What's up, Soul Family? Rafi Rael here, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the universal law of change and not resisting the changes that are coming into our lives now as a collective reshaping the ego to align with higher self. So, universal law of change is basically, in a nutshell, everything changes constantly, always. It's always in motion. Life is always in motion, and we're always in motion. And I think in the Western world, we've been pretty programmed to stay in a linear shape of mind and not want things to change. Once we have a specific thing, we're like, okay, that's our thing. Like, this is the way I wake up every morning. This is the way I go to sleep every night. These are the things that I do with my friends. This is the way that I interact with the world. This is my safe space. This is where I live. This is where I work. These things that are beautiful, and we bring them into our lives, and those are changing our lives in general. But once we get them, we get this like stuck feeling of needing them, and if they go away, that we're gonna be not okay. When in fact, we're growing and changing all the time. So as we change our frequency, we change our vibration, we learn to interact with our emotions differently. We sit with them and we release them, and we've upgraded our systems, and there's so much more light flowing through our bodies that now we're magnetizing new things. So as we magnetize new things, we're going to repel some of the old things. And just leaning into that, and that's something that I'm going through in my life pretty hard and pretty easy. Just leaning into the changes that are coming based off me changing my vibration. And I've done a lot of resisting feeling my feelings, and I like through overeating, drinking, smoking, and these old habits that I've hung on to. And I'm really working to sit with my feelings now, to allow for more change to occur in my life. And my dreams have been really poignant on making changes in the way that I interact with the world, in the way that I create in the world, and in the way that I interact with people, relationships, learning to love again, learning to be around people in a different way, and learning to be with myself in stillness, which is something that I've fought changes against. Like, I really enjoy like the outside, like things that are happening outside and playing and the chaos of life sometimes, but really leaning into the stillness and feeling and sitting with myself to transform the ego, to better flow with the changes in my life and allow changes to come into my life and not hold on so much to the old ephemeral patterns that aren't for me anymore and don't need to be part of my existence. So really grateful for the universal law of change. I'm really grateful for realigning my frequency into these new ascension energies and codes and downloads and spirit guides that are coming in, and like I'm having a different conversation with the world, and I assume a lot of you are as well. So I know that we're going through complete and utter ego transformations, ego deaths, rebirthing what it means to be alive as human beings right now. So it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some patience, and it's going to take some like consistency and new action and doing things that are super uncomfortable and being like, oh, I get to be in this discomfort, rather than being like, oh, this hurts. This is hurting me. And I'm going to watch Harry Potter 18 times now. I'm going to eat all the cake in the refrigerator. I'm going to, just eat until I throw up, and then I'm going to eat again. And just like, these things, these creature features I call them, where we're just like running from the feelings that want to be felt. There are deep sadnesses that are in our karmic patterns that are ready, and they're on the surface, and they're going to keep surfacing over and over and over and over until we sit still and allow them into our heart and allow them to be released, and not try to resist and run away from them, because we're stronger now. We're a lot stronger than we ever have been before, and we have the tools to show up to life in a different way, to prepare ourselves for these magnificent changes, and to prepare ourselves to be the lights and the lighthouses that we are. Because as we shine our light, it shines on other people, and when it shines on other people, it lights them up, and then they light themselves up, and then they're shining, and then they're shining for other people to light themselves up, and then they light up, and then they're lighting other people up, etc., so on and so forth, the ripple effects of our changes. So really embracing the changes of life, the changes in the way we do our day-to-day habits, the way we do our day-to-day breathing, living, seeing, and changing our perspective to a higher perspective of love, light, optimism, and letting that be the new vibration that attracts the new changes into our lives, and letting go of the old living situations, the old jobs, the old ways that we handle relationships, and just letting go of what the past was, because we're not living in the past anymore. We're living in the now. And in this now, things can go in whatever way you choose to tune in, and we can choose our thoughts and our feelings here and now and let go of those past experiences, because we don't live in those past experiences anymore. They're not happening right here in this now. And since they're not happening right here in this now, they're irrelevant if we let them be. But a lot of times we like to carry those bags around with us and not let change come forth. So basically what I'm saying is, let's live in this now moment, not be so worried about the future. Definitely let go of the way things worked in the past. We're living in a new world. There's new energies, there's new consciousness, there's new evolution. We're in a whole new frame of existence. So let's be in this now, understanding that we're in a new frame of existence, and let just a new way to be come into form as the universal law of change dictates. That it's going to change one way or the other. Do you want to change with some ease and grace, or do you want to change kicking and screaming with the turbulence of God telling you, no, it can be better, it can be different, just let it change, just let it change. I don't want to let it change, But no more of this mentality. Instead, be like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Heck yeah, things are changing. I'm realigning. I'm understanding my new frequency. I'm understanding what I want to bring to this world. And we can create for more joy as we release more and more of the energy that we've held on to for all of our lives, and for past lives, and for our mothers and fathers and mothers' lives, and just letting go of what once was, and leaning into the fact that we don't know what the fuck is going on right now, but we can lean into creating changes that are sustainable and make a better way for our children, our children's children's children, our children's 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 children's, 7 generations in the future. Let's start a whole new lineage right here and now together. I'm Rafi Rael. This is the Towers of Light YouTube channel. I'll be doing lots of different things here. But this is video numero uno, so if you like it, subscribe. And if you know anybody that might enjoy this style of content, I'm going to be doing comedy, I'm going to be doing music, I'm going to be doing conscious content, I'm going to be doing channeling, I'm going to be doing whatever the heck comes into my creative, beautiful mind, heart, and body. So please feel free to share with other people that will enjoy what I do. I love you all. Welcome to the show. Have a good day and embrace the changes. It's going to be beautiful. I promise. I love you. Bye.